Top diplomats and aid groups are meeting in Paris on Monday to drum up humanitarian support for Sudan as the country marks 1 year of conflict. Despite worsening conditions in Sudan, the United Nations response plan remains critically underfunded.
The first thing that we have to do is to make sure that Sudan is not forgotten. Today, the people caught in this emergency are almost completely invisible. Other devastating crises have overtaken the news from around the world. 1 year since the war broke out, Sudan is in a state of collapse. The country has turned into one of the worst humanitarian disasters ever on the African continent.
Humanitarian workers say that Sudan is on the brink of famine, with potential mass death in coming months if urgent action is not taken. Our first objective is mobilizing humanitarian funding. There is an emergency because the United Nations response plan is not funded. It is only 5% funded today because humanitarian actions are too often hampered. Moreover, the task is colossal. If I give a few figures on this crisis, we have 27 million Sudanese, more than half of the population, who are in need of humanitarian aid today. Initial efforts by the United States and Saudi Arabia to broker a peace deal between the warring factions failed, and since October the conflict has been overshadowed by the war in Gaza.